You know what really grinds my gears?
Hello everybody, welcome back to the vlog. Hope you were having a pleasant day. It is June 9th, 2026. Hope you're having a good one. We're going to talk a little bit about some things going on here. Just kind of what I think the Michael Jackson estate should do moving forward after the success of the Michael movie. The Michael movie is about to drop on digital now after a successful run in the theaters. I believe it finally has crossed into the 1 point some billion in revenue, making it one of the biggest top-selling movies of all time. And so, because of the success of the Michael movie, Michael's music catalog is surging up the charts. He's the top listened artist on Spotify. His autobiography, Moonwalker, is selling like hotcakes again. Even his song Chicago, She Was Loving Me, has entered the Billboard Hot 100 charts. Not bad for a song that was released in 2014. Even though it's not the right version, I still think they should have released the rock version, but that's all a different discussion. So, life as a Michael Jackson fan is going pretty good. And I think moving forward, it would be wise of the MJ estate and Sony to further, profit on this and keep it going. I mean, we got summer coming up here. You can have a whole summer of Michael to celebrate the movie and Michael's legacy. You can have it run from summer all the way through to the holiday season. And I have an idea for that, and I think it's an idea that should recognize the upcoming anniversary of one of Michael's albums, which has been released 25 years ago, and that is the Invincible album. Now, of course, I can hear people say, why would you want to promote an album that's 25 years old? Well, hear me out. Invincible, and there's a long history about Invincible. Everybody and their mother knows about the Invincible project, how long it took to make, how expensive it was to make, and the controversy surrounding it as far as Michael's feud with Sony Music, the lack of promotion from Sony when Michael told them, I'm not renewing my contract, blah, blah, blah. And then all the bullshit started, Sony pulling the plug on promotions. Michael only did the one video, You Rock My World. The video he didn't originally want to do. He wanted to do Unbreakable as the first single, but Sony said, nope, we're not doing it. It's You Rock My World or nothing. And then they released Cry after the September 11th tragedy. Michael didn't appear in the video. It was a great video, but Michael didn't appear in it. Didn't even release any other videos that were planned for the album, which they should have, because there's a number of hits on that album that could have been monsters and could have been number one hits, but by then the damage was done and they shit the bed. And I think, me personally, the Invincible album's good, but it's not one of Michael's best. I think it's oversaturated. There's maybe two songs on it that sound similar. I did a song review about that album. You can go back and watch it if it's not been flagged and removed. I think it's still available. But it's a fan favorite. The majority of the fans love the album. They think it's underrated. It's one of his most underrated albums. And I think if they're smart, the estate and Sony, they should give Invincible its proper flowers. Something they didn't do 25 years ago. They could easily go back, release a anniversary package representing not just the original album, but maybe do like a box set, do a separate CD of unreleased tracks. Maybe not like the concept of Escape where they contemporize stuff. Maybe just, do what you did with the Bad 25 album. You have the original album, disc 1, and then disc 2 have some unreleased tracks. Just as the way Michael left them, you could easily pick 6, 7, or 8 songs from that era that you could throw on on a disc, and then just do like maybe a DVD about the making of the album and all the stuff that happened. Um, I think that's something they should do. And I think you could easily release some of those tracks as singles and promote the hell out of them and make them the hits that they were supposed to be. And I can name you 5 right now. The first one that comes to mind, Whatever Happens. In my opinion, the best track on the entire album. Should have been the title track, should have been released. It was going to be heavily promoted, released on radio and a video, and it never did. I believe if you release that song today as is, it would be a number 1 hit. I mean, they had it was a firestorm waiting to happen. Their music business is coming off the Latin movement. Santana, Jennifer Lopez, Ricky Martin, Shakira, Mark Anthony. They were all hot in the late 90s into the 2000s. And if you would have added Michael and Carlos Santana in that mix, that song would have hit number 1 without a shadow of a doubt. That would have been Michael's 14th number 1 hit, I believe. I think he's got 13. If you release it now, you could easily do something. I know a fan after Michael died, a fan website, I'm not sure which one, made their own fan-made video of Whatever Happens. It was Cowboys and Indians theme. They spliced in footage mixed in with what they shot of Michael and various concert scenes, along with Carlos Santana playing his guitar. I think it was well done. You could easily contact the owner who made that video and say, we're going to use this as the official video. If you release that as the official video and promote the song on radio, the song would be a number 1 hit. I think they need to do that. That would be, I think, a great late summer, maybe. You could probably release that as a fall or late fall. I don't know. Break of Dawn would be a good one. You could release that, especially summertime. A nice love song, or you could wait till maybe Valentine's Day, and of course the Halloween time of the year, October, around when the anniversary of Invincible would mark, because that's when it was released, was in October, because it got delayed because of 9/11. Do something with Threatened. You could easily do something with the Threatened video and make that a Halloween extravaganza. So you could pick 3 or 4 tracks from the original Invincible album and stretch it out between now and maybe the new year and even into next year. That's 3 songs right there I mentioned. Threatened, Break of Dawn, Whatever Happens. You could do maybe something with Speechless. I know Heaven Can Wait has been kind of off and on since Michael's death. A lot of fans like that one. You could do something with Unbreakable, 2,000 Watts. There's a handful of tracks on that album. My personal favorite, I love Don't Walk Away. I think it's a hauntingly brilliant song. They could easily do something with those tracks. And then for a deluxe edition for the 25th anniversary, you got a slew of unreleased tracks that you could pick from, including Shout, which was supposed to be on the original album and ended up being cut last minute for You Are My Life, and it was eventually released as the B-side to Cry. Shout could get its proper release and should be released. Great song. You could throw One More Chance on there, which was thrown on the number 1's album. You got all these greatest hits packages that have come out since then that supersede number 1, so you could easily say, okay, we're going to stop printing number 1s. Throw One More Chance on that second disc, and pick some other tracks. Hell, you could get We've Had Enough off the Ultimate Collection box set, because they've done it before with other tracks, taken off that and re-released them later on. Put We've Had Enough on the second disc and do something with that, especially with today's everything going on in today's world, with all the bullshit that we got to deal with Trump and Putin and the war in Iran and all that, and gas prices and prices in general going up. We've Had Enough would be a perfect song to release right now. Or you can go something a little more feel good. Let's Get On the Line officially released on an album. I know it was on the box set, but it's a great song. It causes awareness. It's uplifting. You could put that on on the album. You could pick some other tracks that were recorded around that time that didn't get put on Invincible. There might be some in the vault that we haven't heard of yet that are waiting to be released. There's some that we've heard that were leaked that are waiting to be released, like Can't Get Your Weight Off Me. A lot of fans want to see that released. That was a Dark Child track. I really particularly didn't care for at first. It's growing on me. There's some other ones that he's worked on with Rodney Jerkins that could probably be put on there. It's an idea, and I think it's something they need to really consider doing, and just keep the Michael Jackson legacy and the hot, keep Michael's name going for the next year. I think it'd be the wise idea to release an anniversary package for Invincible and release the tracks that should have been released. Keep it going. Give the fans what they deserved. Give Michael what he deserved when he was alive in 2001. The album is criminally underrated, despite its limitations in some aspects of it. I think that's what the estate and Sony Music needs to do. I know I speak on behalf of not just I speak on behalf of other MJ fans besides myself. We'd like to see something new released. I know we'd like to see another album like Escape or the Michael album, minus the controversial tracks, because it's been a while since we've had a new release of material. But I think something like an Invincible 25, like the bad 25, would be okay. You want to do an anniversary package and just throw like a handful of tracks on there. I think that'd be done, as long as it's done tastefully. If you're going to contemporize a track like you did on the Escape album, at least do it the right way, something that makes sense. Like Love Never Felt So Good or Loving You. Those were the two of the better ones. Don't completely change the song and make it sound like shit. Like they completely redid A Place With No Name, which has grown on me, but whatever. The beginning parts of Blue Gangster was great, and then when they kicked it up a notch, it went to shit. They should have left it alone with the original. Same with Slave to the Rhythm. They could have just kept the beginning of that, contemporized version, and then gone into something else, maybe the 2010 version of it. Do You Know Where Your Children Are? With the 2010 version of that was better than the contemporized version and even MJ's solo or demo. I don't have a problem with them contemporizing songs as long as it sounds good. Like it makes sense. Like Love Never Felt So Good. I felt they did it the right way. They kept it to the era. I mean, it was recorded in the early 1980s, originally on a piano with Michael and Paul Anka. Michael just singing. They finished it beautifully. They added, and then the Justin Timberlake jam, same thing, and they added the salsa bells, and it had that 70s, early 80s vibe. They did a great job. If they wanted to do something with another Michael Jackson track that's in the vaults and finished it, I'd be good with it, but just don't butcher the song like you did with A Place With No Name and the other tracks. Just, make it simple. Like Escape. I didn't like the contemporized version, but I love the original leaked version that leaked in 2002. I remember when that came out too. I was on Morpheus. Yeah, I was on there. Napster, Morpheus, whatever it was. And I saw these tracks of songs from Michael. I'm like, Escape, what's this? And I clicked on it and listened to it. And I was blown away. It's like, wow, that's good. Stuff like that. So, what do you guys think? Should the MJ Estate and Sony do an anniversary package of Invincible? I believe they should. Let's keep the love of Michael going. And I think you could do that and stretch it for the next year into at least next spring and go from there. If you like this episode, hit that like button, leave a comment if you like, subscribe to the channel. If you'd like to help out future projects or upgrade the channel, please visit my Patreon, or you can drop something in the old Cash App. You don't have to help, but any help is greatly appreciated. Until next time, peace out, and the vlog is over.